Hello, welcome to the News Gen for Monday, June 14th, 2021. Happy Flag Day, Patriots. Do you know what that means? It's the one day of the year that you pay attention to the flag that you have outside your office that's all raggedy and torn, and remember that technically, that's a violation of the flag code. But you don't care because you wipe your snot with your flag kerchief and slip it in your flag Speedos and then celebrate freedom, because that's what you do. Be sure to gently press the like and subscribe buttons. You might want to also visit the Patreon. Appreciate all the help that y'all can give me. Thanks. In Panspermia news, one of the biggest news stories nobody's talking about. Humanity has spread to the moon. Well, technically, we've spread life to the moon, and technically, it's tardigrades. But I mean, it's something. Which means that in several billion years after they've evolved intelligence, they'll be able to tell us that we're not alone, or at least dig up our ruins. In inclusivity for the jet set news, Billy Porter is teaming up with iconic fashion house Jimmy Choo to offer some designer shoes in extended sizes. The shoes start at over $300. Let's get them. And if you want two shoes, that would be over $600. Porter said that these large sizes are being developed in the name of diversity, mostly in his income portfolio. Many trans women were excited by the possibility of this, but it quickly became obvious that this was beyond the means of almost all trans people. But it's not just trans women. Cisgender woman Peggy Hill said, "Holy propane, that's a lot of money." Also in money news, ProPublica has obtained years of tax returns from some of the most wealthy Americans, showing that Bezos, Musk, ICANN, Soros, and Bloomberg all avoided paying income taxes for at least 1 year out of the last 15. In the rich people's defense, there was no guillotines available at the time. Note that Trump is not among those 25 most wealthy Americans. The Internal Revenue Service Commissioner and life of the party, Charles Rettig, said that the leak would be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Billionaires, he said, deserve privacy in this difficult time. Joshua Hall, a 22-year-old DoorDash driver in Pennsylvania, had been posing as members of the Trump family online. Finally, exactly what we need: more Trumps. The weird part is that even Donald Trump fell for it once. He thanked an account that was impersonating his sister. Yeah, that's true. Still, that doesn't explain why anyone would want to pretend to be a Trump. That's just a bridge too far, I think, for anybody. Also in Trump news, the former president and failed meat magnate Donald Trump congratulated Nigeria after the African country banned Twitter. A Nigerian spokesman said that he and his people appreciated the elevation from a formerly shithole country. Also in international news, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is going to be out of power after a decade of being in power. Theoretically, they're going to vote on that on Sunday afternoon, which is after the recording of this episode. But, yeah, say what you will about Benjamin Netanyahu. In Morissette's irony news, 10 were killed and 16 were wounded in an attack on an anti-mine organization in Afghanistan. They had just finished clearing an area of mines, and apparently some of the people that had laid the mines were upset that they had undone all their work. You gotta have some solidarity with your fellow workers, people. You really do. In very small news, scientists have created a microscope that uses quantum entanglement to reveal structures that would be destroyed by laser light that previous microscopes would have required. The first such photographs, of course, were of the scientist's sperm, as shown in the artist's representation. It's believed that with this technology, we'll be able to finally see the small violin playing for the billionaires. And you whack job with an MD degree, Sherry Tenpenny gave far more than 5 times her 2 cents worth during a hearing of the Ohio House of Representatives. She said that she could prove that the vaccine left people magnetized. Unfortunately for Dr. Tenpenny, she had not been vaccinated, and so she was unable to affix cute pictures that her grandchildren had given her to her body, leading to their estrangement. Magneto, who is credited with creating the vaccine, could not be reached for comment. In unsurprising news, Biden's goal of 70% of America getting at least one dose of coronavirus, at least the adults, is not probably going to happen. As of Tuesday, only 64% of people in the United States had received the one dose, and that rate is declining. It's kind of like when you reach the water level of Sonic the Hedgehog in a game. You want to go fast the whole time, and then you reach this. And what the fuck, developers? What are you doing? The goal of Sonic is to go fast, not to run around underwater. And that's more annoying than anything. I don't know where this was going. Trump supporters are least likely to be vaccinated or plan to be, which confirms everyone's suspicions. But to be fair, it's not just that. It's kind of confusing how to sign up and get a shot, and you also kind of have to talk to people, which is scary. And some places are just offering walk-ins, and do you really just want to walk in and get poked with a needle? That seems kind of sketchy. The internet is a scream about cicadas. Now, they don't wander up this far north for this cycle, but they did end up grounding a flight of the press corps leaving for Europe to cover Biden's European trip. It's another sad state in the United States that even cicadas have been brought into believing that Donald Trump's anti-media bullshit. And that's the news at Gen for Monday, June 14th, 2021. If you made it this far, please click the like and subscribe button. And if you haven't already, join our Patreon. I really appreciate it. I recently posted audio from an open mic set I did with some jokes I'm trying out, and it's just up there for patrons, so there's that. If you want to take a listen, there it is. A note, I've been having a harder and harder time writing these scripts. So don't be surprised if occasionally digressions show up. I also hope to maybe move into a new recording area, so things may look a little different. That's not until the end of the month. If you're in Rockford, I'm doing stand-up on June 18th at 8 p.m. at the Underground Gallery on East State. And if you're in the burbs, I'm doing stand-up on the 24th at the Comedy Shrine in Aurora. I'd love to see you at both of these shows, or at least one of them. And I am vaccinated, so if you want a hug, I'll probably do that. Yeah. So, once again, that was the news at Gen. Please remember, I love you. This is the second time I had to do this, because the first time I recorded myself, I didn't wear makeup, and so I hope this looks a little bit better. I'm also sitting down because my back is starting to hurt. So, we'll see how that looks. Dangers of recording in 4K, I suppose.